Trading Places. It's about a rich whiz kid and a poor crook who gets swapped around. So the crook gets rich, and the whiz kid gets, frankly, violent. What happens after is just one laugh after another.
This man is physically threatening me.
See Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy in Trading Places.
Happy New Year!
In the West End from Friday. Check press for details.
Hello, fellow followers. Welcome back to FanZcene. Greg here, and today I have for you my 4K movie review of the new Paramount release of Trading Places from 1983, starring Eddie Murphy, Dan Aykroyd, Jamie Lee Curtis, Ralph Bellamy, Don Amici, and directed by John Landis. Now, this is a Paramount 4K release, and I know when we say that, sometimes you think, ooh, because Paramount has not always been the best with their 4K scans, but I do give them credit for releasing a lot of the movies that we want on 4K. But they do have problems. They need to get their scans worked out. As far as this scan goes, it's a good one. And it says here on the back of the case, Trading Places is presented here for the first time ever in a 4K Ultra HD under the supervision of director John Landis. Now, if I remember correctly, the Paramount Presents Blu-ray is the same 4K scan as this, I do believe. I'm not sure. Somebody have to check me on that. So if you have that Blu-ray or the 35th anniversary Blu-ray, those are great Blu-rays. Those are really great, clear, good Blu-rays. The Trading Places has never looked bad on Blu-ray. Now, as for the 4K, if you want to upgrade, it is worth it. It's not like miles and miles ahead, but it is totally worth it. I don't think I noticed any DNR, I want to say. The movie looks great. There's film grain. The blacks are rich and great. The colors are vibrant. There's depth to the film, and when you get into the close-ups on certain scenes and stuff, you can really make out a lot of detail. You can see a lot of detail in the movie. The 4K looks really good. It looks really good. So if you want to upgrade your Blu-ray to the 4K, I do recommend it, because I think it's a great 4K. It's better than the Blu-rays, but the Blu-rays are pretty good too as well. And plus, it's still a good price. It's $19.99, I believe, and it just came out not too long ago. So that's actually a really good deal still for 4K. You got to handle that. Great 4K and a decent price. So it looks great, and it's presented here with HDR. The HDR really helps the film. It's got a 5.1 True HD sound. The sound is good. I could hear everything. I can make out what they were saying. I could hear the words. You know, the surround sound around it was great. So it's a really good sound system. It's not like super great. It's not going to blow your speakers off, but it is really good, and it's great. You can hear everything. The picture looks great. I have really no complaints about this 4K, and I haven't seen a lot of people cover this 4K, but so I wanted to cover it on here on my channel for you guys. But I'll show off the front and back here for you guys. This is with the slipcover. I gotta be honest, I'm a little weirded out by his face. I know it's the same images used from the original post art and stuff, but look at Dan Aykroyd. If I can hold my hand steady without glare, look at Dan Aykroyd's face there. It just looks. It creeps me out, man. But anyways, there's the front, and it's a little shiny, so there's a glare to it. Here's the back. There's the special features if you want to pause it and look at the special features there. It's the exact same special features from the 35th anniversary Blu-ray. I don't know about the Paramount Presents Blu-ray. I don't have that, but I assume it's the same special features. I think the only thing that's missing from the 35th anniversary Blu-ray is the pop-up trivia. So that's the only difference that's missing in special features. I'll take the slipcover off real quick, and so you guys can see what it looks like without it. Pretty much the same, and we'll open it up. There's nothing special on the disc, but there's the Blu-ray and the 4K. So yeah, this is a movie. I'm really glad this movie got some really good treatment to it, because this is a great movie. You know, it's an all-time classic from the 80s. And this movie, you can watch it anytime. You can watch it Thanksgiving, Christmas, or New Year's. I know there's a debate whether it's a Christmas movie itself. I think it sort of is a little bit. So, but yeah, like I said, you can watch it in Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, because it actually starts off around in November. You know, when Eddie Murphy's character is thrown in prison in the beginning of the movie, the guy says, you know, it ain't wise to be a jive turkey this so close to Thanksgiving. So it starts off there, and then it goes into Christmas and everything. But as far as the movie goes, if you want to know what the movie's about, if you've never seen it, it's basically the Prince and the Pauper. Dan Aykroyd plays Winthorpe here, and Eddie Murphy plays Randolph. I can't remember. I just watched it too, and I can't remember. But anyways, he's a product of bad of a bad environment, and Dan Aykroyd is a rich yuppie, stockbroker guy, and he works for Don Amici's and Ralph Bellamy's Duke Brothers, and the Duke Brothers make this bet that they can, take somebody from the poor side of town and poverty and put him in Dan Aykroyd's place, and he will succeed. In Dan Aykroyd's, the rich person, and put him in the poor person's place, and he will turn to crime. And so they make this bet, and they screw over Dan Aykroyd, and Eddie Murphy becomes the rich guy, and it's just freaking hilarious. And Dan Aykroyd hooks up with Jamie Lee Curtis, who's a prostitute in the movie, and they sort of fall in love and stuff. And when they find out what the Duke brothers are actually doing to the two, they kind of band together, work together, and save the day and get rich while doing so. It's a really great, funny movie. It's 80s. It's rated R. It's got some great lines to it. It's a fun movie. And if you've never seen it, I do highly recommend it. Now would be the time to see it too, because it's the holiday season. But this is a really great movie. I'm really glad to have it on 4K, and I'm surprised not a lot of people have covered this movie, the 4K release. So if you're looking to pick up or upgrade to 4K of Trading Places, I do recommend this. It's really, really good. It's just all around, a good time. And then some of the stuff they do in this movie, you cannot get away with in today. Like when Dan Aykroyd dresses up as a Jamaican on the train, and they got Eddie Murphy in there. It's beef jerky time. Happy New Year. It's freaking hilarious. And I love in the beginning of the movie when they find when Eddie Murphy's rolling around like he's pretending like he's a Vietnam vet with no legs, and he's trying to get stuff, and the police officers see him, and he just immediately starts going like this, like, because he'd act like he's blind and stuff. I love it. It's just like the comedic timing of Eddie Murphy back then was a great, and Dan Aykroyd plays such a great, like, smarmy, rich, yuppie guy who you sort of kind of hate in the beginning of the movie, but then you really grow to love him. This is a great movie where you take these two characters where, these are characters that you don't see a lot of archetypes anymore as well, and then you really grow to love them. And then, of course, you get Jamie Lee Curtis, and great line from Scream. She didn't show her tits till she went legits in 1983 with Trading Places, because Jamie Lee Curtis does show her tits in this movie, and they look great in 4K, by the way. But let me know what you guys think about this review, this movie, and all this down in the comment section down below. Are you going to pick up the Trading Places 4K, or are you fine with your Blu-ray? And if you're fine with your Blu-ray, that's okay. But I do recommend the 4K. If you got 4K and you got 4K capabilities, TV, everything, get you the 4K. It's well worth it. Paramount did good on this. I think that's due to John Landis. So let me know what you guys think about all this in the comment section down below. And if you liked what you saw here, maybe consider hitting that like button or subscribing and hitting the bell for notification. That would be awesome if I earned your subscription, or possibly share the video out for everybody to see, or join in and become a channel member, because that would help out my channel immensely. Thank you, and shout out to all my channel members. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for being channel members here, for all your support and always having my back. And to everybody watching, whether you liked me, hated me, liked this video, or hated this video, I thank you for sticking with me this long. Wherever you all are, please have a great, safe, happy, healthy day, morning, afternoon, evening, and night. And always support physical media. It truly is the superior format. Godspeed.